You know, I'm really trying to make this a lot more consistent in 2020 and do these things weekly. About that. So recently, another editor posed a question about how to do a proper time lapse inside of Final Cut. And it got me thinking, hey, this is the perfect time to actually jump in and make another video because, yeah, I slacked on that. But it wasn't because I just didn't want to. I actually did mean it at the time. I was trying to be more intentional and do these videos more regularly. But I got really, really busy. I'm pretty sure we all know about COVID and 2020 and, you know, all of the debacle that was. But between corporate work, nonprofit work, and documentaries, it's been a crazy year. Chicago, Atlanta, New York, DC, Chicago, San Antonio, Chicago some more. It's been a lot, but it's been awesome. It's been a long year and a half. It's been a fun ride, but I'm really looking forward to getting back in and making some of these. So with that said, let's get into the first one, how to make a good time lapse inside of Final Cut. Okay, so a time lapse can be a really cool and effective way to show the passage of time inside your video to help connect the story from one point to another. Now, there's several different ways to put together a time lapse, and some cameras will do them internally. If yours doesn't, however, you can follow the steps to do it inside Final Cut, and it'll make your life super simple. Just do it! So the first thing I'm gonna do is create a new library inside of Final Cut. I've got one called Time Lapse Demo, and basically it's got a couple different events. I have one event that has all of my images inside of it, and then I have another one called Edit. I'm gonna come here to Edit, and I'm gonna create a new project. And I'm gonna set this project to be a 4K project at 24 frames per second. And I'm just gonna call it Time Lapse Demo. Now, I'm then gonna go into my event that has all of my photos in it. See, I have tons of photos. It's about a 20-minute time frame that I just ran this little time lapse outside of my house. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Command A. That's gonna select all of my photos. And then when I hit E, that's gonna drop them all in the storyline. Now those are all about 4 seconds each. That's gonna be a little bit long because I don't think we want our time lapse to be, 40 minutes. After that, I'm gonna go Command A, select all of them, or I can click and drag and select all of them that way. But I like hitting Command A, it's quick and easy. Learn your shortcuts, it'll save your life. When I hit Control D, now that's gonna bring up this little dialogue right here. This is your overall duration. If I hit 1, that's gonna change each photo to 1 frame, boom. And now all of that 40-minute time frame is now set to about 10 seconds. When I play that back, you'll see I have a time lapse built and ready to go. Now this is a boring time lapse. And since I don't have it on a slider, it doesn't give you any motion or anything else to really make it fun. However, what I can do, make sure they're all still selected, and then I'm gonna right click and hit New Compound Clip. Now I'm just gonna keep this titled TL Demo Clip, and what that's gonna allow me to do is create one clip that I can essentially nest inside of another edit. These events are like bins inside of Premiere Pro, but I'm gonna come back up here to my edit event, and I'm gonna create a new project. It's just another timeline. Just for giggles, I'm gonna call it main. I'm gonna set it to a 1080p 2398, which is 23976. Then what I can do is take the original clip that I compounded, hit E, drop that into my timeline, and then I can manipulate it and do whatever I want with it. Say I wanna take that and do a scale and position automation. In order to do that, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna find one beginning place to keyframe, and I'm gonna say, let's set that to 120. And I'm gonna create a keyframe by clicking here. I'm gonna move a little bit further down the timeline, and then I'm gonna set another one here by setting this to 110. Since I want this to be across the entire thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Show Video Animation, and then see where this keyframe is. I'm gonna drag it here, and I'm gonna drag it all the way to the end, and I'm gonna take this one and drag it all the way to the end there. So now the entire timeline will do that. At this first keyframe, I'm gonna create a new keyframe for position, and I'm gonna take the Y value and I'm gonna start it right here. And then at the end, I want it to be right there. If I want to go even further, I can then take that and just speed ramp it. So I'm going to hit Shift B and I'm going to start a speed ramp here, and I'm going to hit Shift B and start and end the speed ramp here. And let's just say I want to take that and make it 8 times faster. Boom. I can play with the beginning and end of the speed ramp, so the time that it actually takes to ramp and end, just like that. So now you have a little time lapse built all inside of Final Cut from a static camera, giving it a little bit of motion, and you're ready to go. So if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because I am going to be making a lot of these in the very near future. So let me know some of the things you want to see in some upcoming videos, and I will get those on my list. In the meantime, stay safe, take it easy, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.